Hello, welcome back to a new video, Laurel Hardy and Charlie Chaplin collectibles. For this video I want to go over Laurel Hardy's autograph in a little bit more detail. I have done other videos where I've shown all the different examples of Laurel Hardy autographs, Charlie Chaplin and all the co-stars in other videos probably over a year ago or more. And this one is just a bit of a recap, and also sort of to remind myself all the things to look out for on Laurel Hardy autographs. And so I have this one, which is this one's been on the wall. So this is one of the framed autographs that I have, and although I didn't buy it framed, I decided just to put it in a nice wooden frame. And this is from an autograph page or autograph book, and this was signed around 1952. During their tours, and you've also got the famous sticker or the stamp with that one, and clearly you've got their signatures just on the front there. So just recently I did an album with all the different autographs that I have on Laurel Hardy and all the co-stars, and I actually forgot how many I had. There's actually 8 of Laurel Hardy autographs I've got together, and then I think I counted up about 24, including those 8 of just Stan Laurel altogether. So I was going through a mad time just focusing on Laurel Hardy autographs, but all in different areas, whereas that be Stan letters or programs to checks to autograph pages, and also autographed in books. So when it's like that, it adds to the history, and you get a bit more background, and it's also, you can see it's more authentic, especially if it's on a letter or a check, for example. But just starting off with these stickers, these actually have come across as fake, and then put with a forged Stan Laurel of a Hardy signature, which is also fake, which is really devastating for the collector or the fan. So it's really important to get as much information as you possibly can. But then with this sticker, the size on the inside of the blue frame, which is just this bit here, the inside part, so it should measure around 50 millimeters, which is normally, it can go over that, like to 55. So that can also indicate that it could be fake. And I've got, I think there's 3 I've got of these, or 4, just thinking off the top of my head. And I've measured them all, and they're all exactly the same. So they're all about 50, which is fine. Which is also the right size. The paper on these, the thickness on them, it should be very thin, which I have inspected this one as well as the others. So it should be a lot thinner, a lot finer than standard printer paper, which could be the case with forgeries. And you also have Stan. He would have actually stuck these down himself, or he would have licked them down himself, so it would have left the corners, so it wouldn't have been stuck down completely, so the corners should be able to lift. And also with this one, I have inspected it, and the corners do lift, as well as on the other examples that I have. Normally if it's a fake, it could be glued down, which is terrible. And also the background should be an off cream beige colour, which this one does. I'm not sure how clear you can see that on this camera, but this one, as well as all the others, are all in the photo album that I put on just recently, so you should be able to see them on there as well, so you get examples. And then with the actual autographs themselves, just very briefly, just little tips on that. Whereas just going by my notes here, so Hardy, he would have signed in a blue pen in the later stages when they were touring, because we do know he got his pen that he acquired in 1947, which was from the Ideal Home exhibition in London. So he had his own personal blue pen. So I have several examples that are signed in the nice blue pen colour, which is like this one here. And Stan would have signed normally always in fountain pen. So you can see this one is actually fountain pen. There's the difference in colour, and it's a little bit slightly more faded, which is normally can be the other way around with the earlier Ollie signatures, which I think he's signed in fountain pen as well, and some of them are very faded. So it just depends on the pens they were using as well at the time. Normally also that they would have only signed publicity handouts or portraits, never film stills, so they wouldn't have signed movie film stills from any particular film as such. There may be the odd few out there, but I've never really seen hardly any of those. It's always sort of portrait shots of them, and I've always stayed clear of the autographs that are signed on film stills. And then we know Stan would always sign above, and then Ollie would sign underneath. Stan would normally dedicate the autograph to the fan or to the friend that he's signing it to. Sometimes Stan would sign across on his side, and Ollie would be on the other side, but not directly opposite each other. So those are little tips to look out for. And normally with the you can see, I don't know if you can just see that on there, but on the L in Laurel it is curved over instead of straight. So sometimes you get autographs that with the L on Stan's signature is dead straight. It can be a giveaway that's a forgery. Normally it curls over, and normally it should flow. The whole autograph should flow more. And normally he'd underline his signature and full stop at the end. Normally you can tell if it doesn't flow, if there's like breaks in the signature or pauses where someone's tried to copy their signature but do it very, very slowly. That can also be a big giveaway. And then in Hardy's signature, which is I've seen in several of his name, especially in Hardy, where he underlines it H-A. I don't know if you can just see on that there in the Hardy, it's H-A, and it swoops underneath, and sometimes you can see it more as H-O, where it swoops over the top, so that's a big giveaway, as well as possibly a forgery. And again, Hardy would normally underline his name, as he has done with that one. It's just a straight line on that one, where he sort of swoops it at the end like a circle, sort of tail motion at the end of the Y. And again, Hardy signed in his blue pen, and Stan in fountain pen. So there it is. That's just only in brief. That's sort of information I know that I've picked up over the years, that I've learned. I have been to autograph fairs, movie fairs and that, and I have seen dealers selling Laurel and Hardy autographs, and I can see a mile away that they're fake. And I do remember I have approached one dealer about it, that he signed on a postcard, and but he wouldn't have it, which is a great shame, because he was selling it for over £400. And if there's someone that didn't know the background on Laurel and Hardy autographs, I thought, oh wow, that's their signatures, I'd love to have that. They buy it, and it's not real, which is the devastating part. But I'm pretty confident pretty much from most of the autographs, or nearly all the autographs that I do have, are the genuine example, especially a lot of Laurel and Hardy ones, because also you have to look at what it's signed on. And again, you can see this is on pretty old Browning paper from autograph page, and also with letters and checks, and in programs I've got a Cunard program with the RMS Queen Elizabeth cruise ship that they were on. So you can't really fault those. But the idea is to do your homework more. But even with the COAs or the certificate of authenticity that comes with certain autographs, it doesn't really mean anything. All it means is that you're guaranteed that you'll get your refund back, or that you're covered if there is a problem, which is fine. But on others you could purchase without any certificates, and I think that's up to you as the collector that wants to take that risk or not. But the idea is, a lot of it is to do your own homework with the Laurel and Hardy autographs, and also even as well as all the other autographs I have. I always make a lot of effort to do as much research as possible before you take that plunge to buy them. And also, just recently, as I said earlier, I put a whole album on of all or the majority, I think, unless I have missed anything, of autographs in the Laurel and Hardy field. And Charlie Chaplin is one big album, but I also have other autographs that are non-L&H and Chaplin autographs. So if there's anyone out there that would please let me know, and I can put another album on just to show those autographs as well as a one-off, because I don't want people to look at my page and think that they're because it's nothing to do with Laurel and Hardy. I don't want them to get confused, so I'm saying it now that I could put them on as a one-off just out of interest. And they're very rare autograph examples, and they're in the area of my music interests, and also in film again, but they're nice old rare ones. So I could do a one-off album and put it on, or do a video and do it that way, and just make it a bit more interesting. But this is another nice Laurel and Hardy example, and I hope you enjoyed me just going on about just trying to get the authenticity of autographs and what to look out for, etc. So there it is. So I hope you found this interesting, and I hope it's helped if you're trying to hunt down the real thing. So happy collecting, and stay safe, everybody. Bye for now.